In this sublesson, we are going to see how to verify port channels and LACP information on Nexus OS switches. Moving back to NX2, the first command we can run is show port channel summary. The port channel summary command will show us the state of the port channel that is configured on the box. So port channel 23 on NX2 shows SU flags. The S states for switched and U is for up. That means the port channel is up and forwarding traffic. This command also shows the protocol being used for building the port channel and also the member ports. Under the member ports, each port is assigned with a flag with their current state. Here we can see the state is capital P, which means up in the port channel. Make sure that any of these ports are not in down state, which would indicate that the member ports are down. If for any reason the port channel itself is down or in suspended state, rather than capital S flag, which is switched, you will see a suspended state or a down state. So make sure we are seeing SU for the port channel and P for the member ports. In order to check the LACP counters or the packets that are exchanged between the two switches, you can run the command show LACP counters. And you can see the LACP packets sent and received on either of the member links of the port channel. If you are interested in looking at the port channel configuration itself, you can run the command show run interface port channel 23. This will just show you the configuration of that port channel itself. But if you want to show the configuration of the member ports as well, then you can run the command show run interface port channel 23 membership. The membership option will show the configuration of its member ports as well. Let's move to NX4 and NX5 where we have a layer 3 port channel. Here we can run the command show port channel summary and we can see the protocol is set to none. Why? Because we are not using LACP. This is a static port channel. The flag is set to R and U. R means it is routed. That means we are a layer 3 port channel. And U means up. So the port channel is up and it is a routed port channel. The interfaces or the member interfaces are also in P state. That means the port channel is up and working fine. We can here, if we want to validate the connectivity between the port channel members, we can ping 10.4.5.4 and we should see a success. Now if we move on to NX5 and look at the command show port channel summary, we see the same information. Now let's shut down the port channel, one of the member links of the port channel, interface Ethernet 1/3, shut. And this will make sure that the port channel member link is shut down state. But remember, this will not bring down the port channel. So if I do show IP interface brief, I still see port channel 45 is in up state. And if I also see show port channel summary, we can see that the port channel is still in RU state, but 1/3 is in D state down. Shutting down one of the member links on the switch will not cause any traffic impact. It should still be able to forward traffic on the rest of the member links available on the port channel. There are some specific configurations available with port channel in which you can specify what is the minimum number of member links that you want to be available on port channel. This is how we can validate the information for LACP and port channel on Nexus switches. Let's now see how we can validate the information regarding the load balancing on the port channels. If you go to NX4 and run the command show port channel load balance, we can see the current load balancing algorithm or hashing algorithm set on the port channel. For module 1, it is hashing based on, for non-IP traffic, it is hashing based on source and destination MAC. For IP traffic, it is hashing based on source destination IP and layer 4 port information. This information or this validation can also be performed on NX2 switch where we are running LACP. So shows port channel, load balancing, and we can see the same information. If you want to change the load balancing algorithm or the hashing mechanism, you can go into the config mode and say port channel, load balance, and select the mechanism or the hashing parameters for port channel load balancing. So in this case, we say destination, IP, and L4 port. This is what we are going to use. So we say show port channel load balancing, and we now have the modified hashing algorithm that will be used to hash the traffic onto one of the member links.